Hey everyone, this is ChrisKool for MTGO Academy, and I will be recording a Cube Swiss draft here momentarily. This is the second time the Cube has been offered on Magic Online, and it seems to be pretty popular. You got some Innistrad, some 4-pack sealed, and then Cube. Whoa, Time Spiral 4322. One of those have already fired crazy. So basically, after the last cube experiment, Wizards decided that listening to people complain about pack prices bottoming out sucked, and they have added Nix-Tix packs, like old sets, to the cube prize pool. So you're playing for like Tarmogoyf lottery tickets now, which I guess is pretty cool. Out of sets, I think Tarmogoyf is the most expensive card next to Force Will and Lion's Eye Diamond, so a pretty good lottery ticket. Anyway, here is our first pack. I am going to try to pick cards that can go into multiple archetypes. I think that Treachery is a fine one. It's mid-range, any sort of blue control, any sort of deck that is blue, or some like green mid-rangey thing. So we got, let's see here, Ravages, Bayou, Edric, some little black things, Prismatic Lens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get anything playable from this. Okay, we have a pretty unexciting Planeswalker. Clamp is pretty good, even though it doesn't really sync up very well with Treachery. It does mean that if we get Trinket Mage, which I think there's a Trinket Mage in the cube, we can play it, or we can sort it out. I'm not really too keen on like Legacy's Lure or Repeal this high. I guess probably the best control card would be Go for the Throat, or maybe even the Walker. I don't know. Planeswalker's a Planeswalker. I'll just take Clamp, so maybe we can still be like in a blue-green deck to use both of them, but we don't have to use both cards. Okay, what do we have here? A bunch of expensive blue stuff that doesn't really interest me. A Yavimaya Elder and a Profbolt. I guess that I want either Yavimaya Elder or Profbolt. Oof, I really like Profbolt as a card. But that's probably a trap. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I doubt I'll. I actually just have no idea. We're in Swiss. I need to keep that in mind. The last one of these that I did that was Swiss was pretty messed up. Okay, so just Lingering Souls. It looks like I'm just going to be taking good stuff cards for a little bit. Notice no mana fixing. What else? I mean, as far as good stuff goes, I like that. I'm hopefully going to stay away from double anything but green, unless it's like a Walker. I actually like consuming Vapors, but I'm still going to go with Lingering Souls. Okay, so a Walker that's super hard to cast. Godless Shrine. I think I'm just going to take the Godless Shrine. I like Primeval, or Primeval. I like Primal Command, but the Godless Shrine goes nice with that Lingering Souls I just picked up. And I'll probably need a decent amount of mana fix. Okay, we have an Undermine, Short Fang, Fire Ambush. So if I'm drafting a good stuff deck, I think that Fire Ambush is what I really want. If I'm drafting a control deck, I probably want Undermine or Short Fang. What was that, my first pick? Treachery. I think I'm just going to go with Undermine here. So then we have what? Spectral Links, Fire Ice, Keg. I feel pretty unfocused right now. Let's think a bit before I take this. Okay, the Liege makes tokens that I can't sack to clamp. It's probably stronger than the Lynx. I get nothing back from this. Liege or Lynx? I'm gonna go with the Lynx. My deck doesn't have very much focus, but a green, 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 even if it's also black, black, black. I mean, I've only seen really one green card, so that makes me think that I've seen no green cards. Color sort this. Okay, we'll just go with the basic control card. I do like the Blood Gift Demon, but maybe I'm just blue, white, splash, black. I'm probably a little bit more biased towards Spectral Links being good than most people because I played Invasion Block Constructed, and Black White was awesome in Invasion Block Constructed. Okay, so there's a decent amount of good cards. The Bayou came all the way back. There's also Gideon's Lawkeeper, which is a fine control-y card. I think I just take Bayou though, because that keeps us pretty open. I'm not excited about Disfigure. It's interesting that the Bayou lapped. But as far as actual playables for the deck, I guess that I'm thinking about Cube incorrectly when I'm doing like a more mid-range strategy and not going like something that's Elves-ish or mono black or mono red. Okay, so Chandra came back. That probably means nothing. I think I'm just going to take the Wickerbow Elder. The Relic Warder is fine, but it's probably not very usable. So, like, the Bayou and the Wickerbow, I think there was like a Rancor in one of those packs, but as far as mid-rangey stuff goes, these are the best two mid-range green cards that I remember seeing. It could be that I'm not playing blue too. This could be like a junky deck and just not play Treachery. I mean, Undermine is just a bad counterspell. Well, I mean, if the mana for Undermine is bad, it's a bad counterspell. Okay, so there were some blue cards in this pack. I think that I just want to take expensive Nemizit. Firestorm doesn't really seem like it goes in our deck. Ooh, Angel of Despair. Sorin. Maybe this is junk. If this is junk, we got 1, 2, 3. So we have 8 playables if we're doing junk. I think I'm fine with that. I'll go ahead and hide and just assume that we're not going to be playing any of those double blue cards. Triple black, huh? So I wonder if that creek would... Okay, Short Fang, even though Deathmark's pretty good against us. Yeah. That's... Ooh, a Lone Lion. Interesting. The old 1 to 7 curve. I think that Deathmark may have been a better pick than the Short Fang. But I guess if I want to play Soren, then I probably am fine with the Short Fang. Okay, so we have a Flooded Strand for minor fixing, a Vamp Tutor, a Drogskull Reaver, which I'm fine with this coming back, the Journey, or the Flooded Strand, I think, but I think that Solemn is probably what I want the most for my deck. I guess there's Vamp, Drogskull, Journey that I could get back and be happy with. Okay, so we got land, Myria Angel I probably want to stay away from. Ooh, a Dismember. Might be nice to get some removal. I think that I'll actually go with the Dismember. The Fine-Horn Elves isn't that exciting. But I really wish I had the Tomb. We'll see if it makes it. Tarmogoyf for Relic are where I want to be right here, and then maybe like Lap one of those. Relic will definitely help casting those sick, expensive cards. I think that I like it a little better than Tarmo here. Now we just have a stupid mid-range deck. Ooh, and I can go Watery Grave. I think I'm actually going to just take Nicol Bolas because he's too much fun. Because he's too much fun. And if I'm going to be casting Black for Soren, I can cast Black for Nicol Bolas. And then hopefully we get some of this on the way back. Yeah, there'll be 4 cards left, right? This deck is just going to be a super greedy deck. Let's hide these cards. So I have 12. Ooh, Trinket Mage. There's that Trinket Mage I was dreaming about. We have, let's see here, a Glenalandra Archmage, which is pretty good against us, and a Nighthawk, ooh, and an Explorer. I really don't want to have to play against an Archmage. And I can splash it. So that's what I'm going with, and hopefully one of these black cards or the Explorer comes back, although, or even the Trinket Mage, but it seems not that likely. So we're just doing whatever we want at this point. I've noticed that the early mana fix doesn't seem to be flowing. So I'm guessing that someone else is in green mid-range. So I might actually not even be playing green at this point. The question... Okay, let's focus on this fact. So there's a pretty solid Akroma's Vengeance. The lands are nice too, but I think Akroma's Vengeance is what we go with here. Anyway, based on the amount of green that I've actually seen, I don't think that I'm in green. And I can splash it if needed off of like this, and this. Go Esper Charm here. But I look to be some more like an Esperish deck. Okay, so 15 playables, like an Esper deck splashing. Ooh, a Shriekmaw. Okay, I don't think it's worth looking for any more top end. But yeah, it looks like we're actually going to be some sort of Esper board control. Which I'm fine with. I mean, if we're not getting any of the low end green stuff, then the Yavimaya Elder and a what's the W guy? That's a tree folk that kills stuff. Wicker Bow Elder aren't going to draw us into green. I mean, I could still splash the Wicker Bow if I wanted. Okay, so why did you have to tempt me? I think that Journey to Nowhere is the good card, but I really want to be playing Magpie or Reaver. Ooh. Flying, double strike, lifelink. Let's just take the Journey. I know it's sad. I guess I can hope to treachery it, or we have tons of ways to kill it. Hide that Skull Clamp. That doesn't seem to be making it in right now. Okay, so this is 17 cards. I'll definitely have a deck. I need to focus on early parts of my curve and some more mana fix. Preferably some blue duels, because we have some double, like the blue-black duel would probably be the best, or blue-white. Okay, there is Upheaval, an Overgrown Tomb that may or may not be useful, a Bit Blast, which I kind of like, but we don't have the red to splash. I'm actually going to take the Upheaval. We probably just won't play it. I don't think that the Overgrown Tomb is worth going into. Okay, so Skeletal Vamp or Diagraph Ghoul for a speed bump, or Lava Claw reaches to splash Nicol Bolas. Okay, slow in game. I think I'm gonna go with Splashing Bolas. Watery Grave, sweet. Okay, my mana fix is coming together. So the Flooded Strand, was that in this pack that didn't come back? Yeah, I think it was in my opening pack. At least the players in this cube seem a tad more competent than the last cube that I was in. It was just like every deck was 4-color good stuff, and I had all the mana fix, but I had no in-game, and everyone else was just trying to cast Vorapede, Soren Markov, and Niv Mizzet in the same deck, which actually wasn't a deck, but it'd be funny to see someone try to make that work. Okay, so four more cards and we have a deck. I'm going to take a sideboard Mesmeric Fiend. Double blue that early. Doesn't seem like that would have been a good decision. And I can at least clamp the Fiend if we go with that. No Juckle Hops. If this is in there for the Wildfire deck, I don't understand it. I guess there's an Obliterate in this cube too, which is a little weird. Maybe like a Planeswalker control? I guess that they're fine with Planeswalker control. Okay, so Bayou not really in there right now. What do we have here? A glacial fortress and a steam. I might just take the glacial fortress. Not too interested in Ulamog. Cataclysm is a really annoying card to play against. And I think Glacial Fortress is just better for my mana than Steam Vents. Okay, so we've got a Scalding Tarn, which I like. But there's also a Hero of Bladehold and a Grave Titan. I think Hero might just be like a quicker Grave Titan. So Scalding Tarn, oops, Grave Titan or Hero. This gets white, black, blue. No, I only have one duel to find with the Tarn right now, and that's Watery Grave. I'll take the Hero. It's pretty annoying to have to play against a Vindicate. Wish that I was taking a Tundra or a Sun Titan. But I want to be able to answer the awful cards that our opponent is going to try to be beating us with. So actually, let's see here. I've got no real card advantage. Not too keen on like that. Maybe I'm not even really excited about the Undermine still. Okay, so I can go, I think Wall Omens fix the beginning of our curve. And then hopefully, let's see, there will be 11, so 4 cards. And we're probably seeing it like Despise, Gathan Raiders, Apocryphite, and something else come back. Well, I want to see either Apocryphite, Deep, Moloku, or Fountain. I guess I also have an Esper Charm to draw some cards. But I just want a little bit more in my 2 slot before I go taking stuff like Deep Analysis. Still don't think I might end up playing Clamp. We'll see. But it doesn't seem super likely. So this is 23 playables. What do we have here? A route, a martial coup, balance. I think I'm just going to take route. Tide Hollow is okay. Or a Thirst for Knowledge. Do I want to kill all the creatures or draw 3 cards and discard 1 to 2? Let's see. 10, so I'll see 3 cards back from this. I think I'm going to go with the Thirst. Well, I know I'm going to go with the Thirst because I just took it. Okay, we're going to splash. Is this the one that copies stuff whenever you cast a more choose? Copy it. So it can copy non-red. The Firebrand's the red one, right? Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Maybe I just want to mortify. I didn't even see that mortify. Okay, we have Precursor, Ponder, Confidant. I think Confidant is the card that I least want to play against. Maybe Port. Port's pretty annoying. I don't think I really want to play anything in this pack, though. I guess I could also play Precursor Golem. Take that guy and hide it. Okay, so there's a deck somewhere in here. Still want some early stuff. I guess I want like one or two casts and a 4 cast out of the last 8 picks. Yeah, I'm not really deep into blue still. Oh, we'll take Black-White Sorin. Oh, Kildorn Outpost. This would find all of my true duels, but yeah, I'll just go Sorin. So I can have the Sorin problem. Ratchet Bomb looks fine. I could get something stupid like a White Knight to go up the ground, but okay, I'm gonna hide land. So I have plenty of removal, a little bit of counter magic. With this deck, we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Barely any clamp targets. Some good ones, but I guess that Shriek Maul is also a 2-drop. And I can cycle Vengeance, so my deck curve isn't too high. I think this deck looks fine. Do I have anything to get with Academy Rector? Faith's Fetters? Journey to Nowhere? No. So I don't want to play against Brewmate or Priest. Probably Brewmate. Hide. I could actually end up playing Snuff Out. Ankh is pretty annoying, but okay. So Pockersite, Price, Despise, Molten Tail. I'm not really into Molten Tail, so Pockersite. If we need something to stem the tide. I guess Apocryphite is pretty good with Clamp. Now I know that blue control has played Upheaval in the past, but with my deck, will I need to play Upheaval? I also probably am not that interested in Bone Shredder starting off. The Snuff Out seems better. Hide land. Still have this Confidant that's asking me to play it. Might actually play the Sculler. Grim Backwoods. We'll just take this and bummer. So I'm like a black-white deck with some splashes. This would actually be playable. Don't think I'll play it, but it's funny that that's the bummer. if I don't have any blue showing. Okay, let's see. What's... So I have no search fix beyond solemn. Black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white, blue, blue. The cards I'm definitely not going to play. Of course, I drag them down there. Let's put Bone Shredder in this maybe black pile. And let's cut the Solitary Monk. So if I just look at a black-white base, I have a lot of playables. That's good. So the question is what I want to do with this. The blue adds quite a bit of power. I guess I also had Treachery that I could get with Academy Rector. Wasn't thinking about that. Okay, so Treachery, Shriek Maw goes there, Clan Alondra, draw cards, draw cards. So these are kind of like creatures, because they're scary. Apocryphite, I guess, is also still interesting. So I don't think that I play Tide Hollow Scholar, but I could still play Idormez Fiend. I've got a lot of creature removal. Okay, let's think about Nicol Bolas. To play him, we have to play... We're playing Lava Claw, Reaches, and probably a Mountain. And that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 shots at him. And he's an 8-drop. I think I'll just start him in the board. So then, if I have an extra slot in the main, do I want to play a Mesmeric Fiend, a Short Fang, a Scholar, or an Apocryphite? Probably something grindy like this. I can pass, use instant speed, removal, and or use this guy EOT if needed. Okay, so this do nothing deck looks fine. Let's go piles by color. Move this over one. And then we got blue, blue. I guess we can just go blue, black, black, white. So I think I want to favor black just slightly because of the Soren. Okay, so this is what, 5 blue sources, 7 blue sources. Maybe I'd rather just go invasion block. So this really only screws me if I draw like what, triple island? I really only need 1 black until I get to Soren or the angel. I think this is probably fine. Okay, so we can pay life for the Snuff Out and the Dismember. I can gain life with Soren, Face Fetters, second Soren. We have 2 walkers, a treachery, Soren, and lingering souls to help us get there. So I just don't want to throw away my guys because I don't have a ton of win, or I don't have tons of pressure. Okay, we'll submit this and I'll see you in round 1.